Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane and I do readings for Pisces. Where is your energy at this week? How is it going to best serve you? Okay, so that's what I do. There's rarely any predictions here because that would be hard to do, because you don't really need to do that stuff one-on-one. You can't really do it like for a whole group of people. Sure, I can say, something like, oh, this week somebody's going to come knocking, and maybe for a percentage of you, somebody would come knocking at the door. But I don't exactly think that makes it accurate. So this isn't, okay, I want to make a channel where you can feel empowered, that you can use the energy that comes in to help you out. It doesn't even mean that what I say will resonate, but at least it might resonate with something you've gone through, something you might go through, or something that you've been thinking about energetically and feeling, things that you might need to work on. So that's what I do here, just letting you know. And yeah, not ashamed of it, not bashing anybody else, whatever they do. This is what I'm comfortable doing. And well, I can go to bed at night and sleep fine, and I don't know, I'm a believer of you get what you put out there. So I don't want to put out there anything that's going to falsely influence people in a direction where they might end up, I don't know, hurting. I would never tell you, throw that person away, or, oh, they're players or whatever. It's just, how do you know without actually doing the work yourself, right? Yeah, I don't want that kind of karma in my life. That's just nothing I want. So I'm a very different tarot reader, and in that respect anyway, okay? I love these cards. They're wonderful tools. They help you, and if you use them as a resources, you can increase the abundance in your life. Trust me on this. I am a living proof of that fact. My life is awesome. Okay, I have an awesome life, and regardless of what happens, the thing is that it doesn't matter what outwardly happens in my life. The worst could happen, and I still would think that I am abundant and great and, living my best life, because it's something that happens to you along the way. Your mind starts going in that direction. Now, if you're going, Jane, you're talking an awful lot, it's almost 3 minutes in, you're still chatting and nothing's happened. Well, it's because this week is all about details. If you watch yesterday's reading, you're going to see that it's about the root of abundance. This card shows the tree trunk, some roots, but there's so much more to these cards. And I'm not going to repeat everything that I saw yesterday, because it's not a repeat of yesterday. We're just going in deeper, okay? So I'm going to pull another one of these if I can find the cards. Ah, they are here. I've been busy mowing the lawn. So if I, it's because I've eaten some grass. And yes, I push a mower. Oh my. Oh my. I told you guys at the beginning of the year I started doing steps, right? Well, walking a lawnmower counts as steps, doesn't it? Aha! Opportunities everywhere, Pisces. Opportunities everywhere. So let's clarify this root of abundance from yesterday with another card from this awesome deck, the Oracle of the Seven Energies. Let's see what it has to offer. Thank you so much for being here. I enjoy doing this, and I hope that it helps empower you and gives you insight that you need in your life. All right. What is it? It is what it is. Okay, so I feel it is, there's no clarification needed. Honestly, I think that they're saying what it was yesterday is what it is. So if you want to know more and you haven't seen yesterday, go see yesterday's. Hey, you're helping this channel, you're helping me, and you're going to get some much needed information. It's all about the details. It's all about the details. I feel like they don't want to rehash this. Okay? You either get it or you don't. Okay? You are either in a victory mode, progressing nicely, self-confidently, and finding validation in what you've been looking for. In other words, things are appearing. Okay, and both of these cards, the one thing I can say is there's stars everywhere. See? The doors are appearing for you. You're starting to see maybe the end of the road, the culmination, somewhere that you are, you know, headed to. And the action. 6 is like action. 3 is idea. 6 is like harmonizing to that idea. And I just love I love the fact that this is where you're going. Okay? Everything's an open door. Even if it's not open, everything is a door of opportunity, let's just say. Everything is a door of opportunity. And it's all coming in. You even have, I was talking about the swirls in this card, which is also like a universe type looking as well. You have it up here too. Look at the top. That's a swirl. Okay, it's all, you're starting to see all the nuances, all the messages, the little bright lights, okay, that are showing up, the stars that are here, the transformation that's happening. It's all here, okay? So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's put that here. And you know, what I'm going to do is, you know, I've started taking to zooming in. So, ooh, zoom. There you go. Okay. So now you're seeing both cards and all of their magic. There you go. Okay. So we're going to zoom out now and we're going to start looking at the cards from yesterday and getting clarification. And I'm going to use the Spacious Tarot for this. Why? Because it's another beautiful deck full of colors that I like. These are... When I first saw this deck, like a flip through, I connected to it with tears. Yeah, it really was something I wanted badly. And then I got the deck and didn't use it all that much. But it's still one of the first decks where I just really connected. Other than Light Seers. Light Seers, pretty good. Alright. So, how are you this week? Well, what came out was the Magician. Of course, the Magician is, you yield the power to turn your wishes into reality. It's like realizing you have the magic, and you have the magic tools, and that you can do it. Okay, it's like realizing suddenly, it's no longer searching, it's actually doing. You're progressing. A lot of the times we search for answers, and even when we get the answers, we think to ourselves, is this really where I'm going? Is this what I'm doing? You know, like, and how do I do it? It's like handing you a pen, okay, and saying to you, here's a pen, and you go, wow, it's a pen, now I can write on my thoughts, I know what to do with this, but then not doing it or not knowing how to put the pen to paper and actually do the writing. You understand? But this time you have the pen, you know what it's for, and you can actually start writing. You are writing. You get the tool for the job, you do the job, and you're moving forward. There's progression. So I like that. I really love it. You're putting action, power, right? Explorer of Wands. You're the Explorer of Wands is I do believe it's the Knight of Wands. Let me check. Yeah. The Guardian is, yeah, the Elder. The Guardian is the Queen. The Elder is the King. So the Explorer is the Knight. That's overcoming obstacles. Not surprised. I mean, that's what it felt when it came in. It feels like you have looked at the fire and done the fire. This is like trial by fire. And I've said these words a few times. It's like the proof is in the pudding, is another way of putting it. In other words, actions speak louder than words. That's pretty much what I'm feeling. You have the wand, you're using the wand. You're going, okay, I've got it and I'm doing it and I'm getting somewhere, which is absolutely awesome. So this is the week of putting the technical into the practical. I don't know how many ways I can say this. So your block or slow up, because of course there always has to be one, right? There always has to be a fly in the soup, hair in the soup, fly in some. Anyway, so there has to be that pest of a thing. And it comes in as the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is about skipping steps for me. It's yesterday I talked about it more about like seeing the big picture and missing some of the details. I think these cards right away coming in, this card especially, the Roots of Abundance, is seeing everything from stem to stern, everything that you need. It's not looking at everything in a way that bogs you down. Like, let's be clear. You don't want to go like from speeding through it to now looking at every single thing that's going to like slow you to the point of not advancing, but it's not missing the details that are important to you. It's going to help you with the obstacles. It's the tools. Okay, in essence, it's the tools, the stuff that you need to see. So let's see what the clarifier is. Okay, the clarifier is the Guardian of Pentacles. Yeah, this is why it came in reverse. It's kind of saying don't miss the resources available to you. That's what they're talking about. Because if you're going too fast, I know the 8 is not necessarily just about going too fast, but it is about swiftness. And that's what coming in. It's like you're so swift. You're such energy. You're such traveling. You're, you know, kind of doing it. You're overcoming blocks. That's great. But the thing is that if you're swiftly, you even see it going down the road, whoosh, you tend to miss the scenery. And yesterday it was kind of gratuitous the way this card came in, because I was talking about an experience where I was going down the road, like one road maybe 20,000 times in my lifetime, and I always missed a house that was there. One day I just looked up and went, where the heck that house come from? My husband said it's been there forever. Okay, so it's a detail that I missed, but it's because that house didn't necessarily serve any purpose to me at the time. Okay, I didn't really need to see it. It wasn't affecting my life for any reason. So, but at this point in life, they want you not to just swiftly go through. Make sure that you don't miss that maybe at that house there's a for sale sign for something that you do need. Okay, maybe they're selling something that you need. Maybe they're selling cheap hay for my bunny and I didn't even know, right? So don't miss the important things that make you, that would help you move forward. So it's like by slowing down, you get more efficient. Let's just say you get more efficient and more resources. Let's just use that. At your ground, you had the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups for me is about missing the picture by, you know, that's what I mean. You're stopping the colors from coming in. It was very profound when it came in yesterday. It's like I'm stopping the colors from coming in because I'm too focused on the black and white, right? So there's some color here that you're missing that you need to see. I feel that's what they're saying. You need to see certain things now. You need to see a bigger picture. Having a drink here, Pisces. Woof, woof. Like I said, still cooling off from cutting grass. Yeah. Explorer of Pentacles. Here we go. I love the fact that it's a meadow, but in this case it's a bear. Look, it was a deer, and this one it's a bear. But they're both meadows, both taking the time to see you become, it's like don't cut off what you don't need to see, but let enough in so that you can see more details. It's like an equal between these. It's like bringing a balance in between the Knight of Pentacles, who can be detail oriented to the point where he's not moving anymore. He can be too slow, okay, because he's looking down and he's not looking enough around, but also picking up the details that are important, like this green. Who the heck wants this black and white picture when you can have green in it? So absolutely, it's the happy, what my mother used to call the happy medium. Not all dark, not all white, just kind of in the middle, right? I'm moving, I'm progressing, but I'm also paying it more attention. It's like saying to yourself, if you're looking straight ahead to look at something, make sure that every once in a while you swing your head back and forth to see what's around you. Okay? You don't have to be swinging back and forth until you don't see the road ahead of you. But swing it back and forth every once in a while to see what else is going on. Because there might be resources there. That's what I feel. There's resources there for you to have. Okay, this one was at above, below, you know, your crown, your ground. This is your crown. At your crown is 2 doors. And yesterday I was talking about there's no right or wrong about this. Okay? Today you may want to go through the green door. Tomorrow you may want to go to the blue door, or vice versa. It doesn't really matter. The idea is going through them. Okay? The idea is beginning, is doing, making a choice. Okay? Not to delay too long in the details as well. Not like going, oh, I don't know, you know, trying to balance. What's this uncertainty? I'm blocked. I'm procrastinating. Stand still. They both mean the same thing in the regards of that, right? It's seriously stopping yourself from doing things. And here you have the Elder of Pentacles. There is resources wherever you go. A lot of resources to be had. Everything, you know, even in the toughest times of your life, there are resources. There's wisdom to be had. Yesterday I talked about how does a flat tire give you resources. It makes you realize that you're no longer stuck in worrying about things needlessly until you're meant to worry about them. Even a flat tire. Okay? You just start doing one thing after another. When it's time to worry about things seriously, then it's time to worry about things seriously. Other than that, you're just resolving problems, gaining wisdom. If we had forgotten something, the wisdom would have been, well, next time we make sure that all the cars have that in them because, well, if you get a flat tire, you don't want to be stuck without it. See? Wisdom. The wisdom for me was, don't worry, don't sweat the small stuff. And there's one book that said it's all small stuff. Okay? So just don't worry until it's time to worry. Pick the door that you need to go through and get the wisdom and the resources and the stuff that you need. And see it as such. See it as, look at all the resources I've gotten here. Look at all the wisdom that I've picked up. Look at all the stuff. Okay? Everything is great, practical wisdom to be had, right? So, there you go. Let's see here. So, but before was the higher self. What we talked about in yesterday's reading for the higher self was that, again, it's related to all these swirls, okay? The swirl, it's clarity. It's tapping in to who you are. It's tapping into your intuition. It's tapping into what you used to call or refer to as a gut feeling, and now that you have, you have, let's say, just said to yourself, okay, this is exactly, it's the illumination that I've been, see, the star is illumination, and that's illumination and clarity. So it's, in the past, you've clued in. Let's just say it, let's just call it that. You've clued in to what you needed to see and what you needed to do. And that's more than some ever do, right? Calling your gut feeling intuition, knowing that everything, that you're suddenly looking for signs, right? When things, I'm not saying making them up, but when something happens, you can keep it in mind, right? You're going, oh. You know, that happened. I wonder why that happened. And if you get like signs or revelations or intuitive hits, you kind of go, oh, yeah, that makes sense. And then I love to journal everything, so I keep track of it so that I don't forget, because intuitive hits can hit you all day long and you'll forget half of them. It's that fast, right? But if you start writing them or mentioning them or, you know, telling your phone them, whatever you use, the means, you start accumulating a lot of information about yourself, not only about the signs that you're getting, but how you perceive them too. Okay? And then you can go deeper into any of that. You can do exercises daily on how to go deeper within who you are and fix and help and heal the stuff that you need. So I think that's what came in a lot in the last little while. And my readings also help, you know, because sometimes you don't want to do it. So you come and you listen to somebody and then you go, oh, that's right, I have done that. Oh, yeah, I have done that. So, you know, you can call me your little bit of intuitive revelation, awakening, insight, whatever you want to call it. So what's coming up is the Nine of Pentacles. I love the Nine of Pentacles. It's talking about fruits of your labor. In other words, your ship coming in because you've worked at it, because you called the ships, you built the ships, you brought in the ships, whatever you want to call it, okay? You have done the work and it's happened for you. So that's absolutely wonderful. And that card went away. Let's see. All right. So in your future. All right. Okay. So you have the Three of Swords. Some things got cracked. Okay. Some things are going to get cracked because of this. Some things got cracked. This is in the future. But I feel you may be living it now. But it's the Nine. The Nine of Pentacles is a fabulous card. And the Three of Swords is a heartbreaking card. But the heartbreaking card is always, for me, seeing the truth in the matter. Okay? Little story time, again. You fall in love with somebody, you become blind to everything, right? This is when the honeymoon phase is over. This is when you see all the flaws, all the cracks, everything that maybe you didn't see. And then you have to face up to the truth of that, okay? In that person, in that situation, the honeymoon is over. Now you can do one of two things. You can sit there and be terribly angry, sad, disappointed, you name the emotion that usually associates with in-your-face kind of moments like this, okay? Example, and I'm not talking about anybody in particular here, just FYI, okay? This is just an example. You fall in love with somebody, but you become somebody else. You do everything for them. Then one day you find out they cheat. You find out and it breaks your heart. I mean, it totally destroys you. It breaks you. You think to yourself, oh my God, this is the end of the world. I've done everything for this person, and look what they did to me. Now, if you look back on this, why is this to end? Because you were doing everything for that person. And that person obviously was not doing everything for you, right? At the moment, it isn't a reality or something that you want to admit to yourself. But the truth of the matter is that when you put in the work of going, well, a relationship should be a work between two people and not just me, well, that's a reality and a wisdom that you can't go without. And maybe you would have repeated the cycle over and over if the status quo had just never changed, right? If that person hadn't destroyed your emotions and made you see the truth of what was happening and made you realize the truth of the matter is that really wasn't you, it was them, right from the beginning. They didn't need to cheat. The cheating just brought the reality in your face. It cracked the ice completely so that there was nothing left to stand on. And that wisdom brings in what? It brings in the fact that now you know who you're looking for. You know who you don't want again. You know that if you get into a relationship and you give too much, how it's going to turn out. If it's not at least 60-40, or I would say 55-45, okay? Everybody has their moments. Sometimes it switches up from one partner to the next. But if you don't have that, this is not going to come in, okay? That wisdom was very valuable for you to have. It was the most valuable piece of information you could have gotten to get to the good kind of relationship. But at the moment that it's happening, It does not feel that way. It feels like your whole world has come to a crashing catastrophe, okay? So the idea is, as I'm talking about something big, okay, a life event that would crush. Of course it would. And I can honestly say I think we've all been there. But what do you do with it? Do you suddenly repair and expect more of yourself, okay? Take that wisdom and get better after you're done. The amount of, sadness, anger, resentment that is, that is normal for these type of situation. Do you just go back to the same pattern? Or do you take the wisdom, the learning, and plant a garden that's going to provide you with the fruit that you want, instead of the sour grapes that you keep getting? Wow, that was profound. Not mine, not mine. This is Spirit. Very nice. Very nice, Spirit. Sour grapes, huh? No sour grapes. We don't want that. All right. So moving forward, how do others see you? They see you as the the Knight of Pentacles. And it's the second time we have the Knight of Pentacles in this reading. He's all about the details. But he is I love the Knight of Pentacles. I always refer to my husband as the Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady, progressing all the time. He gets better with age, like a fine wine. Well, at least I think he does. He's got a great wife, though. So, that helps too. But it's a loyal, progressing, dependable, hardworking, attention to detail kind of knight. And this is what brings in the stuff, okay? A crop that's taken care of. A crop that you care for brings in a beautiful crop, right? Most of the time, okay? You care to make sure to keep the happy bugs happy, the bad bugs gone. And the crop, well taken care of, growing with the right amount of water, right amount of sun. That's the best thing for it, right? That's when you bring in the best crop, the best stuff. But you have to have a little bit of attention to detail. And that's exactly what it said, the Ten of Pentacles. That's when you bring in the very best stuff, okay? The stuff that lasts, the trees that grow, that provide for seasons upon seasons upon seasons. And we're talking about your energy here, okay? When you invest, like they say invest in education, knowledge. Knowledge is a great investment. It is. Not just from school. Energy. Your life knowledge. How you're moving forward in your life. That is a great investment in yourself. A fantastic investment in who you are. So keep using that. Keep doing that. And that's how people see you. Because I keep forgetting that this is the part where, that's what they're looking at. So people are seeing you as greatly, like your crop looks great. Your investments look like they're really going to pay off. So if these are like money-grubbing people, run. No, I'm kidding. For the most part, these are people who are close to you, who wish you the best. And if they are looking at you, they're thinking, well, this person's got their crap together, okay? And just to put it in there, you have the Six of Wands to kind of confirm that. Because that's what you're putting out. I'm putting out as... putting out. What a great choice of words, Jane. Victory. You're putting out, progress, self-confidence. You're even praising yourself. See, I did it today. Yeah, my husband's nice, but he's got a great wife. There you go. You're validating everything that you've been looking for. You're giving yourself good marks. It's like successful work. Yeah, I deserve this acclaim. I've been working hard at it. Don't be shy. You can be proud of yourself. If you've done the work and you get 100% on a test, why wouldn't you feel good? Why wouldn't you feel good about yourself? Feel good about it by all means. Okay? Praise. Be happy. Have fun. There, Eight of Wands. And that's when is the time, okay, that things start to really progress. Again, you get Eight of Wands twice, but not in the block position. In the position where you finally think that the progress you're making can pick up speed. Because you've looked, you've stopped, you've scanned. I have everything I need. I've looked around. I'm looking in front. I'm seeing everything. Yeah, okay. That I don't need, but that I could use. All right, let's keep moving. Right? You're seeing the progress. It's like, good marks, checkpoint, keep going. Very nice. Just keep going. Six of Wands, Eight of Wands, nice cards to have together. It feels very movement orientated, and that's what you feel like. Even though you're paying attention to detail, even though other people are saying, oh, you're slowing down, they're seeing things, you're still moving at a really great speed. The thing is that when you're doing good work, let's just do this, okay? If I hated doing this work, I could look at this reading and say, well, I've been talking for 30 long minutes. But I don't. I think to myself, wow, I've been talking for 30 minutes. This is exactly what this means. I'm being very detail-orientated. Orientated? Is that a word? Orient? Whatever. You know what I mean. And getting the message across, but also enjoying myself completely. So time doesn't really feel like it's going by slowly. It just feels like I'm doing what I love, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Okay? So, no rush, just progress. Great progress that I feel happy about. So, hopes and fears. Being able to cut the cord, the Eight of Cups. I talked about that a lot yesterday. Talking about the fact that I like to talk a lot in my readings, of course, and I like to put in my personal life. And at the beginning, because I'm Pisces and somewhat of a people pleaser, I wanted to, at the beginning of this channel, and people were going, you talk too much, you do this too much, why don't you try that, why don't you do this, why don't you... And at first I tried to do a little bit and change a little bit and and after a while it's like, hey, you know, it's my channel, you don't like it, go away. You know, like, and then I realized is that the thing that I tell people not to do, just be authentically you, I'm trying to do the reverse. Why am I doing the reverse of what I'm preaching to people to do? Be you. Do you. Okay? I'm more of a spiritual coach, and that coaching includes my life. My life experience makes me a master at what I'm talking about because I know everything about it. Right? So cut the cords of the stuff that you don't want to put up with anymore. I don't put up with that anymore, and I truly don't care. Okay? People will have an opinion. I can't stop people from having an opinion, and bless them all for having. Everybody can have. You have an opinion. Everybody has an opinion. But it doesn't need to change your life. Okay? So now is time to cut the cords of that. Cut the cords of being afraid to do things, of the stuff that's holding you back as well. Okay, fear, anxiety, what other people think, all of that. Cut the cords. Let it go. Let it completely go, and do your thing. Do your thing. If it's slower, do your thing. If it's faster, do your thing. Ace of Swords. I love this because the Ace of Swords has got the spiral in the Light Seers Tarot, and that's all I can see right now, right here. Okay, because it's come in a few times in these cards. The spiral is the clarity. It's that focus. Focusing and understanding what's coming in. Okay? When you do that, you're able to better focus. When you cut loose what no longer serves you, you can focus on what you need. So the last card that came in as your thing was the Tower, but it's the Tower in reverse, which I love because it's almost like saying learn from the chaos. Learn from the chaos that came before. You didn't want to stay. Okay, they've fallen out of this, but it's a burning building. Did you want to be stuck in a burning building? Yes, the fall might hurt, like I said with the Three of Swords here. The fall might hurt. But did it give you some really good wisdom? Did it teach you some fabulous things? Yeah, it did. It's time to assess what's been before and how it's going to serve you. Okay? If you're looking at your crop and things aren't working out, well, you're going to assess why it didn't work out, right? Why isn't that growing? Why did it suddenly? And if it repeats itself, well, you're going to look at it again and go, okay, there's something I'm missing, right? And then you're going to find it and rectify it. Either that, or you're just going to move to a different place and plant in a new soil. Whatever you're doing, whatever metaphor or story I can tell right now, the idea is that there's always something to be learned by everything you go through. And I said yesterday, I'm going to repeat it today. Sometimes you're meant to see the big picture and just kind of float through. Sometimes you're meant to stop and look at the details of things around you. It's a balance of both. Your life, your guidance, your intuition will let you know when it's time to do either or. And just do it. When you do it, you're following your core. You're following your inner guidance. You're following what you're being told to do. And it's helping you move forward. So that is your extended. I hope that you got more or the same or a little, well, not more. Yeah, I hope you got more in this one that you did from yesterday. I hope you got the extended that I wanted here. More info, more insight, more awareness, because that's what this is all about. It's all about that. Slow and steady. Slow and steady, I would say, would be probably the title for this. Slow and steady for the week. Just keep progressing. See everything you've learned, learn new things, keep going forward, and be you. Absolutely be you. Don't let anybody change you. Okay? Except if it's for the better. You can steal from them. If they give you, then you've learned something from them, that they're teaching you something to be better. Yeah, we'll talk about that another time. All right, my beautiful Pisces. I'm sending you love, light, and blessings. Thank you for being here. If you haven't subscribed already and you've watched yesterday and today's, what are you waiting for? Okay? You want this insight all the time. You want to get more from your life. You want to go in deep. You're Pisces. You cannot not want that. You want to see what's there. You want to have a fabulous life. So that's subscribing right here. Take care, you guys. I will see you on Wednesday for the That Was Then, This Is Now. Always fun. Take care of yourself. Bye for now.